Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Surry, this is Surry Was Taken, and today we're gonna present to you the next artist that joined our art exhibition. His name is John Fechner. I'm really proud to say that he has joined us because, well, first of all, is really important. Like he has his own Wikipedia page, as the spread. That's not to say that if you don't have a Wikipedia page you're not important, but he has done many things in his life, and I'm really proud to have many of his works in my ward today. So I prepared everything. Today we're going to do a lot of things with maps. We're not going to need to build, to be honest. We're just going to need to place maps. And that's why I prepared everything beforehand. Not only, we had with Jan coordinating this episode a little bit of a problem with like the texture to put behind these art pieces, because the whole idea here is to do graffiti style. So we want to put things on walls. In order to do that, we need to find the right texture behind the graffiti, and that's where we had a little bit of problems, but we figured it out, and now I pinpointed the places where I want to place them. And so here we go. I already prepared everything. We have some little chests going around, and we're gonna start from the first one. That's a sign that's at the beginning of the village, of my base, and it's gonna be every and single one of these graffiti pieces are really cool in my opinion, and they have a deeper meaning, and that's the whole idea here. But before we get started, I also need to tell you about another thing. Since we had this little problem with the textures, I was thinking maybe I'm gonna do the next artist first, but the problem with that is that for the next episode we're gonna need really a lot of maps and item frames, and that's not a problem because we have the iron farm, which I changed a little bit so that the iron golem don't get stuck anymore, but I'm gonna show you that a little bit later. But not only that, we're gonna need a bunch of glowing item frames, and that might be a problem. Well, it might have been a problem, but we also solved it with a little farm over here. This was pretty easy, but after we finish this beautiful art exhibition series, I'm gonna show you how I made it. It's actually the simplest design ever. I put here some what's it called, like this is some type of glass that doesn't allow light through, and that's important. I only made 2 because I don't have many crystals, but I don't really care. Now we can't see here properly, but down there they spawn what's their name, like glowing squid, and so you can get some of this glowing sack, and that's really useful because we're gonna need a bunch of them for the next episode. But having said that, I'd say we can start off with the first piece, and that's gonna be this one. That's a sign, as I said, from John, and it's gonna be 24 maps. As you can see, this is a 6x4. It's almost nighttime, so we can test this glowing item frame. So we're gonna do this and that, and we go 24 glowing item frame, and that's all we're gonna need for this episode. But again, in the next one we're gonna need a bunch, so the farm, really a great idea. Luckily I found an easy design. I was a little bit scared about this. I said to Jan, we have a problem because I cannot farm that many. I don't know where to get this many glowing sack, but luckily we solved the problem. And here we go. We're gonna place down all of this, and then place down the maps that, as I said, I already prepared. As you know, there is an unknown map over here because when you don't have it selected, it does that. So we're gonna start with 109, and then 110, and then we're gonna need 111, and then 12, and so on. So I'm gonna need to take a bunch of these until I find the one I need, possibly. Also need to sleep because I don't want creepers around. Like, I was thinking, guys, with all of these item frames that I have going around, sometimes, like, I don't want to jinx it, so I'm gonna say it very rapidly, but sometimes when you log into the world, it might be the case that the world bugs himself, or maybe with an update, and all of the item frames just disappear and drop their maps. And if that ever happens, I think I'm just gonna cry. You know, I honestly think I'm gonna cry because of all the effort we've been putting on as a team for this exhibition with all the maps and all the crafting. Well, crafting, I mean, is the least probably because yeah, I have so many farms, but all the creating the maps and exchanging the files in the save folder, dude. If I lose all of them, I'm gonna get pissed. All right, just saying. Oh, what the hell? You see, this is what I'm talking about. All these creepers, like, it doesn't even make sense. Look at them. 4 creepers in a row. They camouflage themselves. Yeah. Wow, this is just such a mess to place down. 26. Now I'm gonna need 27. Where is 27? All right. That all of these are original artworks that were made exclusively for this Minecraft world and this exhibition. So this is the first one by John Fechner. This is a sign at the entrance of my village, of my base. And, you know, this is just some advice, probably, like all the graffiti that we're going to show you today. And this says, don't be angry, don't be annoyed, don't be aggressive, don't be agitated. So, you know, just calm down, man, just chill. You can be assertive, but don't be alone. So this is, I guess, John's way of saying, don't be an asshole, you know. You can be assertive, but again, don't push people away. That's my interpretation, by the way. And this is the first one, and I really wanna see this in the dark with the glowing ink sac, because glowing item frames, because I'm you know, curious about them. But this looked pretty cool to me, and well, it really does look pretty cool to me. And now we're gonna go with the next one. We have other 3 to go, and they were pretty easy since we don't need the glowing ink sac for those. But 2 of them are on the main building, and 1 of them is in the cave over there, the ravine, the mountain ravine. So here's another one, another cool one. It's a 6 maps, as you can see. I'm gonna remove them from here, hoping that the order is fine. Let me check. So this is a 2x3. I guess we're probably gonna do something like that because I want it to readable. So it's 1, 5, and 6. And I like this one really much too. Look at this. Well, it blends perfectly with the building, so good job there with the Photoshop, Jan. And here we go. Slow down, children growing. Now, there is this sign, graffiti style, of course, with the children running away from what it seems like a floppy disk to me. Like, to be honest, might be something else, but to me, maybe John thought about something else, but to me that's a floppy disk, and this maybe is a way of saying, whoa, slow down with the technology, don't forget about, you know, the important things in life. And I can agree with that because, well, from a certain point of view, like, this is my job doing YouTube. So if people watch my YouTube videos, I earn money. And many of the people who watch my YouTube videos are, you know, teenagers, kids, and whatever. But it happens to me very often that I am at a restaurant and I see at another tables maybe a family, and they just stick their tablets in the face of the children with like videos on repeat. And I'm talking about 2, 3 years old children, and maybe that's just not right. Maybe not. I mean, I don't really know. It just, you know, this slow down sign, maybe it's appropriate. And this is the second one, and I'm really happy about the color we chose because, well, blends in perfectly. So slow down, guys, because children are growing. And not only that, we're gonna go here over the corner, and we have the 6 maps, and we're not gonna use all of them. We're just gonna place down 5 item frames this time, because the first one, we're not gonna use it. Like, I have 40, 41, let's see which number is this, 139. Now this one, we're not gonna use it because this was supposed to be in the place of this iron bar, but we're not gonna use it again. So we're gonna go with 40, 41, and then 42, like something like this, and 43. So it should be something like this. Boom. Here, well, maybe this should be a little bit darker, probably. Like, I feel like this one blends in perfectly. So maybe we're gonna have to change a little bit the color later on. But let's focus on the writing right now. So, what does this say? Life is a book. Take your time to read it. And then again, maybe this is like a warning to enjoy life, to take it slow, slow down. Yeah, it definitely needs to get a little bit darker this time, but really like the graffiti on this one. Even though probably my favorite one is the next one, and last one, by the way, which we're gonna put in the cave over here, and it's definitely my favorite one. I also made a bunch of videos about this on my Italian YouTube channel, and this is one single word, but then again, a really important one. So we're gonna place down item frames like this. This is a 4x3, so this is the biggest one other than the sign, and we're gonna do this. So let's start placing down. Which one is the first one? Well, that's a nice question. I guess let's do this. Let's start from the 145. Yes, 546, 47, 48, and now we go boom, boom, boom. I guess now the color is right again. 49, then we got 50, 51, and 52, and 53, and 54, 55, 56. All right, I guess this is the way. Look at this. So simple, so elegant, yet so important. This one says, read, and it blends in perfectly with the mountain. That's just, the good way. We just need to change one after all, that one on the side of the main building. But look at this. This is so beautiful. I love this. Read. Just such an easy thing to do, but really few people do it nowadays, to read. Don't really care. Read a good book, read the newspaper, read something. And again, I am in the audiovisual market, because I make videos, I make podcasts and all of that, but I really enjoy reading. I really enjoy it, and I think it's one of the best things that you can do with your free time. And so yeah, that's a beautiful graffiti right there in the middle of the mountain. And this is it, guys. I guess John really made some really good graffiti, if you ask me. I really enjoyed all of them. I might need to change this, but I'm not gonna bore you with the change. Now that it's getting darker with the nighttime, I guess we could go and check the sign with the glowing item frames. Look at that. Oh, I see some light coming from there. Let's see. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. I like it. Yeah, this is definitely a good thumbnail for this video. Really beautiful, guys. Don't know what else to say. This was an easy episode compared to the others, if not for the farm, but that was not really for this episode, more for the next one. That's gonna be quite interesting too, and I hope you enjoyed this. Again, thank you, John, for joining this art exhibition. It's really an honor and a pleasure. So yeah, this is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna check back with you in the next few days with the next episode, and for the time being, this is it. Ciao ciao.